So my first month after I joined Red Hat, I was at a meeting and we were talking about a component of our technology, a virtualization component. And we had one of our key engineers get up to talk about Red Hat strategy. And he starts off the session saying, let me talk about our strategy, but I can tell you now, this is really, really stupid. We made the wrong choice of the technology platform. We should have made this one. Let me tell you why I feel that way, but let me tell you why we made the ultimate decision that we made. And I'm sitting flabbergasted thinking, how would you put this guy on stage who fundamentally disagreed with our technology direction? And after a while, you find out that's what we do to hone and make better decisions. I have to say, 2 years later, we bought the company that he thought we needed to buy and actually followed his advice. But most fundamentally, we encourage that. We encourage people to get up and offer differing opinions. You truly have to have no consequences for doing that. It's a different mentality. People have to have thick skins. People have to feel good about that. As we often say, at Red Hat, the biggest possible insult is to post a comment or throw out an idea and have nobody respond to it. Right? If people don't think it has enough merit to even come shoot it down, then you know that you failed with whatever that is. So really, people even view criticism here as a positive thing because it means that people are passionate about what you're talking about or think it certainly merits debate. And it just gets ingrained in your culture. And that's an old Southern expression, says easy, does hard. You have to have a thick skin the first time you walk into a room and you start talking about an idea or a concept and the grenades start coming in. One of my early lessons as well, when you are soliciting feedback and when you're responding to feedback, meritocracy does not equal democracy. And I think a lot of executives go wrong when they start saying, okay, well, let me listen to everybody's input and let me try to gain consensus. Meritocracy is not about giving everybody their due time, and it's certainly not about gaining consensus. Meritocracy is about the best ideas win, and the people over time who continually have the best ideas are the people who are listened to. So at Red Hat, it can actually seem harsh when people first join because until you've built a reputation, frankly, you're not listened to in the same way that someone who's been here for a while and has built a reputation for having good ideas, for breaking the mold. And so, when you sit in meetings and we talk about collaboration, it's not everybody gets their 5 minutes to talk and then we all see if we can hold hands and come to agreement. It's harsh and it's yelling and it's screaming and people are talked over and people whose ideas don't seem as good aren't even given the time of day to continue to talk about those. Now, we often have issues within the company, especially with new people, of saying, wow, you say you're collaborative, but that doesn't seem collaborative at all. In a lot of people's minds, collaboration does mean consensus and it does mean democracy. Here it means a very different thing. And I think this is inherited from the open source movement where people on the technology side say the code wins, right? Nothing else matters, the code wins. And understanding that and getting people to celebrate that, being called an idiot's not a bad thing. In fact, I will often, when I'm called an idiot, on Memo List, which is one of our collaboration platforms, I will often send back kind of joking things back on those so people really do know it's okay and I encourage it and I celebrate it. Truly driving collaboration in an organization is all about culture, and that starts at the top. Right? You have to be willing to listen to your employees. You have to be willing to take harsh criticism. I think the biggest two mistakes that I've seen companies make when they look to say, I need to involve my employees, they focus too much on the technology. So let me give my people a wiki. And second, they think of it as democracy. So let me listen to everybody. And let's be honest, when you listen to everybody, often you're going to make a decision that's not the consensus decision of the group. Right? For Red Hat, it's all about meritocracy. So you certainly need tools, but they can be simple tools. But it needs to start with the CEO willing to put a number of issues out there, ask for feedback, to be willing to take very harsh criticism and celebrate it. I've seen companies in the past that will start off and have put up a chat site and 3 months later pull it down because some of the comments are harsh and counterproductive, right? That's the wrong approach. The approach is to get people involved and steer them, say, wow, was that a productive comment? Was that not a productive comment? Right? But it starts off with management really truly being willing to change, to walk the talk, to engage in the dialogues, right? If the senior leadership team isn't posting on the site, isn't responding to comments that are getting made, then it's nothing more than an HR program. That is critical. If you don't take it seriously, don't even start.